Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this week's options watch list. Before I get into the watch list, if you're not in the room, you can find the link in the description of the video and in my bio section of social media accounts. Also, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now, I'm looking at the put to call ratio right now. It is at 0.83, not substantial on either side. It's a little higher on the put side, but really not that high. It's really not that high at all. So nothing to really look at on the put to call ratio for the economic calendar for the week. Obviously, Monday is Martin Luther King Day. The market's closed. Tuesday, let's see. Empire State Manufacturing at 8:30. We got Weller speaking at 11 a.m. Waller. And let's see, Wednesday we have core retail sales and retail sales month to month. And we get a couple Fed speakers, FOM speakers at 9 a.m. We got Barr and Bowman. Williams is speaking at 3 p.m. and later in the day. That's about it on Wednesday. Thursday, we have Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. Some Fed speakers in the afternoon. Friday, preliminary consumer sentiment and inflation expectations at 10 o'clock. Other than that, not too much going on for like numbers except for core retail sales, and retail sales will be pretty big, but yeah, you should always check the economic calendar every morning to see if any speakers come up. It's probably like sometimes Powell will just decide to speak out of nowhere, or Janet Yellen or something like that, so you should always check the economic calendar every single morning. VIX right now is right at like mid 12s. You can see on the weekly, it didn't really bounce. I mean, yeah, we hovered down to, went under 12, then it bounced to like 14. I mean, that's really not much of a bounce for VIX. That's kind of like chicken feed. That's really, I don't even really, I even consider that even worthy even looking at. We should see a pretty substantial bounce like we would up here, from like where it was like from 15 to 25. I mean, we should see at least a bounce to 20 at some point. Maybe this week, maybe next week, I don't know, but we'll see. I don't even really think this even really counts. It's pretty weak of a bounce, even though in the daily it looks significant. It's not. It's pathetic. So maybe we get pushed to all-time high on SPY, and VIX gets back under 12 again. So if you were in the room, you saw that there was a huge VIX calls. I remember the strike. I think it was 30. I think someone bought a bunch of 30 calls. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's 30. So someone's expecting some volatility to really kick in the next month. So, which lines up because usually February traditionally is a crappy month, anyways, and we usually have a shit show in February. So. We watch out for VIX to see if VIX gets below 12. SPY, we're so close to higher, all-time high. Got a lot of a mess going on right here. All-time high is at 497, 479.98, and we can't seem to get over the Fibonacci thing right here. It's just banging its head against that. So, to me, you look at it, you get an inverted head and shoulders. You get the left, you get the head, and you get a right shoulder. You can see it more on the hourly if I back out. Well, I can't really back out, but yeah, you can see the left right here, and you can see the head, and then the right shoulder, and the neckline is right where the Fibonacci thing is right here, right at 478, 477.55 or 50. And if that ends up breaking, all-time high, like I said, is 479.98. We're going to end up overshooting it. The market loves to overshoot levels, so I'm not thinking we're going to go 480 and we're going to drop. We're going to go to 481, 482, maybe even 485. We could really overshoot this and then have a nasty pullback like right here. See how we have consolidating right here, kind of basically what we're doing over here, consolidating, and then it's just at 471 and it jumps almost $10 right there. You get that overshoot breakout right there, then it quickly gets smashed. We could see something similar to this over here at the all-time high, so definitely keep an eye on that. I think that's something that we could end up seeing. Maybe we just dump, so I would watch definitely over Fridays, let's say 477.50 for a push to all-time high. And if we don't, we don't get a push and we end up dropping, I'd watch it on the 475 for push to from 475 to 470, 465, 460, 455, 455 is right here, 450, and then we get gap support right here, 445. Don't know if we'll fill that or not, but we get earnings coming up too, so next couple weeks, so definitely keep an eye on that. BA. B had a pretty nasty sell-off. It's coming back into this area where it was chopping for weeks. It had a monster move, then it had all kinds of problems with the door or hatch or whatever it was that flew open. So BA could end up having a little more downside. It's not quite at 31, but it's at below 30 on the hourly. But I mean, just because of that, it could bounce a little bit and drop more. So I'd be interested if it gets down to 210 or even down to 205, 200 area. Might be worthy of a bounce, but you could watch it over 220 for push to 230 and 235, 240, 245, 250. But I think that we still get some room to go to the downside on the daily. So I would watch it underneath Friday's low. Well, it's 217 to 210, 205, 200 on BA. Keep an eye on that. If you're trading BA, NVDA is just going crazy. Every time you think it's topping out, it drops a little bit and it just ends up going higher and higher. I mean, who knows where NVIDIA is going to go? It just keeps going and it's diverging so bad on the weekly. You got right here the RSI is above 85 right here, and as we're going up, it's the RSI is going down. It's getting ready to it's crossed 70 right now on the weekly. So I get a huge bearish divergence going on basically every single indicator, the RSI, the MAC, and the histogram. So when you have bearish divergences or divergences in general on multiple indicators, something's going to end up happening pretty soon. And daily RSI is above 72, like 74, 75. So I mean, it gets over 550. Probably can push to 460. Who knows? It could push to 600. Who really knows? NVIDIA just keeps going crazy. But if it does manage to run out of gas, I'd watch it underneath 540, push to 530, 520, 510, 500, 490, 480. It's got lots of room to drop. I mean, 500 is going to be a pretty big area because this is where I broke out. So definitely keep an eye on NVIDIA. Microsoft. Keep an eye on Microsoft. It did break out right here. Had a strong move. I just don't know how much further it's going to go. I mean, it's pretty oversold on the weekly, and it's got a bearish divergence going on the daily. So I watch it underneath 386, 385, push to 380, 375, 370, 365. 365 is probably could be a pretty good support because it's been holding pretty well right here. On the daily. So but it does break that, we got some room down to the 360, 350, 340 area on Microsoft. Netflix likes to run pre-run earnings, but it hasn't in a while. Maybe it does now. I mean, it ran to 500, got rejected harshly again, as you can see right here. Well, actually right here got rejected, and then it bounced, came back up to it. So who knows, maybe it does get over. If it gets over 500 this time, maybe it makes a bigger run to this 540 area, 550 area on Netflix, on a little bit of excitement for earnings or something. Because usually Netflix likes to run pre-earnings on excitement. So let's see what happens. Tesla, had a nice sell-off going on the daily. We're getting close to oversold on the daily. So it's like at 31. It's below 30 on the hourly. So I'd look for a bounce on Tesla, maybe around 210, 200 maybe. But I also keep an eye on it over 220. Yeah, over 220 for push to 225, 235, 240, 245, 250 on Tesla. So definitely keep an eye on that. Meta is the last one. Meta just keeps going. I would keep an eye on it for, let's see, under 370 for push to 365, 360, 355, 350, 345. Get it on the daily over above 70. Bearish divergence going on the weekly with the RSI making higher highs. The RSI is making lower highs. So maybe earnings will be bad for the tech this round. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, that's going to do it for the watch list. And thanks for watching.